Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpents. And if you do enjoy the videos, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Pivotal, pivotal moment in time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a very, very critical and important year for crypto, for blockchain. Now, I was looking at the analytics lately of the channel. And what's really fascinating is that 90% of you who come onto this channel, 90% end up watching the video and never hitting that subscribe button. Now, I do have a big goal, a big mission in 2023, is that to reach as many people as possible with my 10 to 12 minute videos where we do talk about the latest things that are happening in the crypto market space. Now more than ever, it's important because if we do play it right in 2023, then we are really going to kick some major goals by the time we get to the end of 2023, 24 and beyond. Now, I do need your support along the way. The social media algorithms, the way that they work, they do, of course, change all the time. And so if you do like the videos, if you happen to be coming across them and checking them out, then hitting that subscribe button really tremendously helps this channel out a lot. And there's a lot of things that I'm bringing, new things that I'm bringing to the channel, including potentially some live streams going on from time to time, and also setting up more of a formalized structure around when the videos go live and what the videos are all about, including some, research, some business ideas. So there's quite a lot of things that are happening in the background, but we really, from a channel perspective, really do need to see the numbers come through in order to justify, all this new energy and new effort that is going to be invested into the channel, which I am super, super excited about. Now, a Ripple win, the lawsuit against the SEC will prove pivotal. And I think it's going to prove pivotal for a number of reasons. Now, what can we expect from the market this year? I believe in the first quarter, or in the first quarter of 2023, we're not going to see such a huge move in the marketplace. If anything, we're going to see the market actually move down instead of moving up. Now, the reason why I tell you this is for you to be prepared. It's not for you to be scared. It's not alarm signs. It's not warnings. It's just for you to know that, hey, in the beginning of 2023, there may not be any super amounts of action going on to the upside, which is cool. It's dollar cost average time. It's, getting more liquid time. It's a good thing that we still have time to get into the market. But an analyst in the development of the 2023 market in line with the current status of future landmark activities, the SEC versus Ripple case, stablecoin DeFi regulations, and the mystification of the FTX saga, among others, are pivotal in swinging the pendulum. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, but FTX has pleaded not guilty, and his court case won't be until, I believe, October, or August or October, one or the other, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion, but it goes to show how corrupt the system is. Now, there will be some network upgrades on Ethereum, Solana, and other blockchains roll out this year as well, and it will also set the tone for Web3 development. So the new year has come with new speculations and insights over the market as experts mirror key factors that can shape the growth of Web3 over the next 12 months. The major area analyst, and so with that in mind, is the end of the bear market in sight? Last year was chaotic. A lot of trust has been lost out there into the crypto space. But on the bright side, inflation appears to be on the decline, and many experts have predicted stocks and other assets to bounce back. So the bear season may soon be over. Now, we say might be over, but I believe we've still got at the very, very least, another quarter of this to go. Minimum. So be prepared mentally for that, because at the end of the day, I do believe that we still have a fair bit to go. Now, Fox Business host slams XRP fans as conspiracy theorists. I find that really, really fascinating. When I see people out there in the media acting this way and saying these kind of things, and I think it's real interesting. If we look at it from that particular tweet point of view, he goes, the XRP community needs to grow up. It's coming across as conspiracy theorists and children. You can look at this in two ways. There are elements of what he's saying which are absolutely correct. When you have people come out there and saying that on the moon and the land and on the fifth, and because of this card, this will happen. you sound like a bunch of lunatics. When you have the others, which are like, there's a buyback, there's $10,000, there's $50,000, then I'm sorry, but to the everyday person who's not in the crypto space every single day, you also sound crazy. And I've often said that the best thing about XRP is the community and the worst thing about XRP is the community, mainly because there are such extremes of opinions out there. And those extremes in terms of opinions can really cause the rest of the community and the rest of the world that's about to get into crypto to be like, what are these people on about? Like, why is one guy saying 50,000, the other guy saying 10,000, the other guy saying 125, and the other person saying 1,000? It can be very, very confusing for people out there. Now, Flare is going to be launching soon as well. So I will be bringing you this week a video around that and what that looks like and what that can look like. And just in general, what it all means for the crypto market space in 2023. Because Flare is one of those missing puzzles, which is really, really important for the entire ecosystem that XRP and Ripple are building. So they are different entities, but it's very, very cool how they're both going to work together. Now, I love the fact that Giles Hoskins said there no comments, because he recently got absolutely destroyed by the community because he went out there and, sorry, Hoskins, but you said some lies and you had nothing to back it up. So for me, it was his fault for that happening to him. Now, all there is to know about recent price movements of XRP. Lately, whenever the market moves even 1 or 2%, everybody starts to jump up and down going, oh my God, it's, potentially, the start again. Until we break above 80 cents, consolidate above 80 cents, I will not jump or kick or scream or do anything, guys, because little pumps throughout bear markets do happen. So like what's going on today, for example, the prices are moving in a little bit in a better way. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like that means nothing to me. Like, let's not talk about the market until we're starting to really see, walls being broken and consolidating above them, which is way more important. Now, overall, the crowd is bullish on XRP despite the SEC saga. I've mentioned in my last video that the sentiment out there, which is so critical, is that Ripple will win. Now, again, it's not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but the sentiment out there is that Ripple will win. That is the general consensus out there. And so people are starting to become bullish on the idea that Ripple could be a good risk. Now, I say that word carefully. Risk. It's always a risk. There is always a risk to everything that we do. Now, we did talk about Ripple and on-demand liquidity serving up to 90% of the $6 trillion market daily. And it was really, really interesting that we have to keep an eye out on the entire MENA region and what that's going to look like and how that's going to be moving forward into this year. Like the on-demand liquidity product in the UAE has become extremely popular. Now, the SEC being spin doctors, trying to hide crypto regulations disaster, I believe that to be an absolute masterpiece of a title. They are spin doctors. They do dance around circles. They're not accountable. They don't want to take blame for anything. And just to have a look at how they've handled the FTX drama is absolutely atrocious. And so I really do hope that this year is the year that the SEC is served justice, because the way that they've been acting and the way that they just in general go about crypto regulations is absolutely not cool at all. And let me remind you that this does exist. Have a listen to this.
Cost is because you're moving from one ledger to another. Sorry to get sort of down into the accounting, but you're moving from one fiat currency to another fiat currency, which are in essence kept on two different ledger systems called two different commercial banking systems in, did you say Tanzania to Nigeria? So you have two different ledger systems. And over the centuries, the whole process of Nostra accounts and the setting up of the account base to do that. It can be done on blockchain and between two central banks, but the thinking is that you might need some bridge currency between Tanzania and Nigeria, and there's a number of blockchain technologies that do that. But basically, instead of SWIFT, which is just a messaging system, and then the banks have to somehow pre-fund in Nostra accounts, I hope I didn't lose too many people, but this is about the technology of banking, not the technology of blockchain. To go between Tanzania and Nigeria, you need somebody to bear some counterparty risk that your ledgers both move and are adjusted at the same time. And usually it's a bank that is in both countries. You could use blockchain, but the current thinking is you need a bridge currency in between, and that bridge could be a stable value that's backed by the US dollar or the euro. It could be a currency even like Ripple has an alternative. It's just piloted in May, so it's not yet up in any enterprise-wide level, but that you might need something to basically hop, skip, jump. I don't know the currency of Tanzania, but Tanzanian currency to skip to Nigeria, you might need something in the middle, which is called a bridge currency on the blockchain.
Very, 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 very interesting. Now, I believe the audio has been put there in the background. It was a little bit loud, but I believe it's been, put there for copyright reasons. Now, what he said back then, this was a while ago now, still is true today, that the purpose of what XRP does, it is a currency. It is not a security. And so it's going to be really, really fascinating to watch the end of the case come through. But what do you think is going to happen by the end? And of course, we will talk about the price and what's going on at the moment and where do I see this moving forward to. But just to give you an idea, right? I mean, look at this. Look at this, right? On the issue of Hinman's lunch meeting with W.A. Simpson and Thatcher, it's completely legal. It's social in nature. By the way, he's not only an SEC official who has meetings with associates of Wall Street Law, plus he ran other meetings by SEC Ethics. It's time to find a new Persuado scandal. No, sorry guys, I think that I call BS on this. I think they are as corrupt as they come. Now, of course, it's nice to see green. It's lovely to see green, and it sure does feel good when we do see the markets go green. I mean, Solana lately has been on a tear, 61% up. Now, patience and caution, serpents. Dollar cost averaging, only put in what you can afford to lose. It is nice to see red. It is nice to see green. It's positive to see green, but just be very, very mindful that we are still very much in a bear market, and I do believe that we're going to see the market move down before we go up. And again, I would love nothing more to be proven wrong, but just the way that I'm seeing the market play out at the moment, I do think that we're going to head into the low 20s, maybe even touch 18, 19 cents before we actually go up. And up we will go. And I do believe that at some point, in the first quarter, we will start to see the forward trajectory start to kick in a very, very, very big way. But I personally am very, very much looking at that buy zone, looking at that 20 to 22 cents. But if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. Look forward to see you on the next one.